If you're a sports fan or you've ever been a sports fan, you've heard for years, decades, I should say, about the NBA being rigged. Well, now, in this latest case, people have gotten their confirmation with more NBA players being arrested over gambling. Now, not too long ago, you had Big Baby, who was arrested over similar situations, Gilbert Arenas, who was arrested as well and made it clear that he's willing to snitch. And it seems like some of his snitching has fallen on the lap of current and former NBA players and including active coach Chauncey Billups for the Portland Trail Blazers. And apparently the mob is still a thing, the Italian mob, which you don't really hear too much about, but apparently they're still active. But you also can't leave out the fact that Adam Silver and a lot of these professional sports teams, especially with their buddy-buddy relationship with all of these, gambling companies that have popped up over the last couple of years, you can't deny the fact that they are more than likely involved as well. Which is why when you start to normalize vice such as gambling, you just open things up to more corruption than ever before. Because again, you're talking about people faking injuries. I mean, we've seen the rise of players doing load management, and maybe that has connection to this thing. One of LeBron James's buddies, DeMond Jones, is another one that's under investigation. And this is an investigation, by the way, that's been going on for 4 years, which means most of this investigation occurred under the Biden administration. Even though people of the likes of ESPN and Stephen A. Smith will have you believe this is a result of Trump, because lip-tarded fools always have to play the biased political angle. Sure, Kash Patel right now is the active FBI director, but again, these sort of investigations and findings, especially when they're willing to publicly announce their findings, these sort of things don't happen overnight or over a couple of months. It's been a little over 4 years with all those years happening under Biden's administration. And again, this is just another showcase that despite how much money these NBA players get paid, they're still terrible with their money. I mean, we know that most of them go broke after retirement a couple of years out of the NBA. And then also there's that factor that these Negroes are just criminals. It's a part of their DNA. I mean, not too long ago we had the Ja Morant situation where this Negro is going around here acting like a street thug gangbanger. And NBA and NFL players for years have been throwing up gang signs. So you have to also realize a part of this is them sort of living out their, rapper, criminal, thug personas that these Negroes like to portray. And it was made even clearer during the era of Allen Iverson, where they just sort of openly endorsed the thug criminal persona, which David Stern for a time put a clamp down. But now with this Adam Silver guy, who's your classic liberal Jew that enables Negroid behavior, not only is the thug persona, fully activated, but the LGBTQ nonsense as well. But yeah, I mean, no surprise. And I think this is why they brought Michael Jordan back for some more shameless nostalgia with the NBA on NBC. is to get people to say, hey, look over here, we have Michael Jordan back. And we've seen this throughout entertainment where they dig into the barrels of nostalgia, because nothing created today can stand on its own. I mean, again, I talked about this with wrestling, how they haven't created any new superstars since this 2000, and how that's true across multiple entertainment genres. There's a reason why most of current day entertainment is based on things that was created 20 and 30 plus years ago. But I don't think in this instance that Michael Jordan nostalgia is going to get people to not pay attention to what's going on. Because, we know with these sports ball fans, they're really serious about their sports ball. Especially when you have people, FanDuel Americans, putting more and more money up while watching these games. And this involves people, putting money up and losing it because, you have people that are currently in the NBA or just actively involved in it by being friends with active NBA players like LeBron James. You're having these people, making these gamblers that watch these games for their, FanDuel activity, essentially making these people lose because they have the upper hand with fixing games how they want. But yeah, it's going to be interesting how this turns out. Hopefully this kills the league, because screw these ungrateful Negroes always playing victim despite making all this money. Personally, I wish we had a similar FBI investigation focused in on Hollywood and exposing the child sex trafficking and child abuse that goes on within that industry. But right now, the NBA is in the crosshairs, and hopefully this leads to the collapse of the league. So all these athlete Negroes can, I don't know. I guess they would just go to Saudi Arabia and be a part of a league that they'll create, more than likely.